Celtics Post-Game Live is presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford Proud.
And just like that, the regular season is over. Welcome in here to Celtics Post-Game Live, presented by your New England Ford dealers. I am Abby Chin. He is our insider, Chris Forsberg. We have Perk, Scal, and the man of the hour, Mike Gorman, standing by. But first, let's talk about this. Chris, the Celtics fall to the Knicks as expected without their top 7 players. This closer than I think any of us imagined, though, 96-90 to the final. The Celtics close the regular season at 536-36.
Yeah, the record's not fun, but this game was, and it was neat to see those young guys get that opportunity to push the Knicks. The Knicks clearly felt a little pressure as they try to lock up that 4 seed. Tremont Waters turned into Trey Youngmont Waters there late. And so, look, all you can ask for is an entertaining game. They pushed it. They had a chance to win it late. That's all you want is the young guys to get that experience. But, hey, now we turn the page. It's playing time, baby.
And that is what we are focused on right now. So who the Celtics will play in the inaugural play-in tournament all came down to one game between the Hornets and the Wizards. And Celtics killer Ish Smith making things happen for Washington. They trailed by as many as 16 in the first half, but come all the way back. Bradley Beal playing through a hamstring injury. But it's Beal and Brody who will be coming to Boston on Tuesday night. Chris, this is a look at the final, 115-110. Scary Terry put up 22, 9, and 9, but it wasn't enough. Russell Westbrook, 23, 15, and 10, yet another triple-double, which is what he does. But Bradley Beal, like I said, fighting through injury, 25 points, 6 boards. Took him a little while to find his rhythm, but came through for his team. So, Chris, this is the matchup that no one around here wanted. Certainly, I did not want, and now we've got it.
All right, get your calendars out. 8 o'clock pregame on Tuesday night. Game tips at 9. We will be
official?
here to yeah, that's official, baby. Come on.
Where's this info coming from?
I have maybe people in my ear telling me all the secret information. So I can't wait for this. As much as like the Wizards are not an ideal opponent, I can't wait to see how the Celtics match up. I keep saying this. I was disappointed in those Miami games because the Celtics didn't take their game to another level. Well, play-in tournament, a one-game chance to punch your pass to the actual postseason. I want to see if these Celtics can go to another level. Does Jason Tatum get a little bit more motivation? I am eager to see. And I'm also terrified of the Washington Wizards. Not because Bradley Beal and the whole Jason Tatum battle, St. Louis.
Yes. Not
necessarily because of Russell Westbrook because 103 playoff games and all the triple doubles and all that. But Ish Smith is a Celtics killer, and he came up big in the final moments of that game. They have a lot of those. It's not just a big 2 on that team. They have a lot of pieces that can hurt the Celtics. I can't wait to see hopefully the whatever it is 5,000 fans at TD Garden are ready to bring it on Tuesday night.
I'm just glad we know. The suspense has been killing me. What else killed me as we welcome in the guys on the call, Mike and Scal, was keeping things a secret all day long. I mean, I didn't know for that long, but the biggest news of the day, I mean, I only had to do it for a couple of hours, but of course it has nothing to do with me, but the biggest news of the day, a huge congratulations. Mike Gorman will be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, earning the Kurt Gowdy Award. Mike, congratulations. We're so excited for you.
Thanks, Ab. I really appreciate it. It's an honor, obviously, to be in the same sentence with Kurt Gowdy and to win this award and to go in at the same time that Bill Russell and Paul Pierce are going in. That really makes it extra special.
Mike, did you ever think about the Hall of Fame during all this time?
No.
Right? You just
no. I didn't. No. How many times can I say that?
What about when you watch the Hall of Fame induction and you see, like last time with Mike Breen, you already knew, but just like guys in the past, when you watch them and say, man, maybe one day?
Well, I to be honest, Chris and I talked about this earlier. I did back when I was doing the Celtics in the 80s, and they were winning all the time, and then I was going to do the Big East, and they were winning all the time in the biggest basketball conference in the country. So like every Monday through Sunday, you could find Mike Gorman somewhere on TV doing a game.
Yeah.
I thought if I ever was going to get acknowledged for hard work, whatever you want to call it, it would have been then. And then when it didn't happen then, I just kind of never thought about it again.
I'll tell you guys, like when we first started going out on the road, me and Mike, we go to dinner all the time. You have no idea the stories. Like the beginning, the origins of Mike Gorman and the stuff he had to do. We sit here in the studio right now, calling games like up on a telephone pole. It's unbelievable, the stories that he's been through. And that better, when we hear the speech, I want to hear about the original days.
There will be some original days in there. There's also a book coming, so stand by.
Really? Yeah. That's breaking news. I feel like I know nothing about you, Mike.
Oh, you need to come out and dinner with us more, Abby. No, the best story. The best story is when in the boxing they sold you 2 minutes of commercial, and Mike had 90 seconds to read it. And if you ever had to read 2 minutes and 90 seconds, good luck with that.
The best part was I took to the book for the fight to the sales manager, and I said, "Look, just 60 seconds between rounds. You've got 3:30s inserted in here." And he goes, "Just read fast."
It's the best story.
Mike is also now the poster child for answering your phone when you don't know the number when it pops up. I don't know if you've heard this story during the broadcast, but Mike, what was your first thought when you saw 401 pop up from Springfield, Massachusetts on Saturday morning?
Well, my first thought was my buddy Mike Breen, because Mike was going in this weekend, so I thought, well, maybe he's in a hotel up there and not using his cell phone. 8:30 on a Saturday morning, you usually don't get marketing calls.
Sure.
So I figured, what the heck, I'll pick it up, Springfield. And this voice said, identified himself as the head of the Basketball Hall of Fame and wanted to notify me that I had been named the recipient of the Kurt Cowdy Award. All came out in one long sentence. I was like, whoa. I'm going to say hello again. And that
Did you ever say, stop messing with me?
But no, it's been a really remarkable 48 hours. Once they released it this afternoon, my Twitter handle started to go crazy. So it'll be fun to sit down tonight with a beer and read all those.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm emotional just listening to you talk about this, but one of the things I love most and admire most about you is your humility. And as soon as the news broke, you were quick to bring up Tommy, also quick to bring up our crew behind the scenes, and Paul Lucy and Jim Edmonds and
everybody you see on the screen right now. It's a pleasure to work with you guys, and you have to have good people around you to put out a good product. It's very hard to be alone and do that, and we have great people around it. Guys like Jeff, who does all our editing and sends these great pieces in, and Zach, who's traveled with us for years on the road and does all our graphics, and of course Jimmy Edmonds, I did my very first game with 40-something years ago when we did Providence College at Holy Cross. Scal, you've been a pleasure to work with.
Dick Light.
Where would I be without Dick Light? 90% of what I have said on the air for the last 40 years has come directly from Dick Light. Yeah. I feel like I should be his Charlie McCarthy as opposed to the other way around.
Dick Life's going to get 2 straight years at the Hall of Fame. He's there now with Bentley, and then with you next season.
It's my birthday, so I'm going to be self-indulgent for a moment. Mike, as someone who is from here, my earliest memory of watching basketball, and I'm not trying to make you feel old, but it's just my dad saying we are so fortunate to have Mike Gorman and Tommy Heinsohn on the call, and growing up with that, and every day I come to work, I pinch myself that we were on this broadcast with you. And so in a season that hasn't had a whole lot of positives, and it's been a weird 16 months, this was maybe my favorite day of the year, hearing that you got this honor, and I cannot wait for September for you to have that moment.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.